watching this to learn about Powur for the first time, this really is for you. And some of you in here come from roofing, floor industry, energy, automotive, insurance. Some of you come from solar. Some of you are in IT, software, speaker, realtor, connector. I promise you, this is for you. If you can work with a homeowner, tell other people to make income, there's going to be a place for you to learn about this Powur platform and why it's so special. Before we begin, though, why you should maybe listen to me, I'll give you a little bit of my information and my 10-year career in Powur and in solar. I started at Solar City and Tesla, and I was a top performer at those companies as I was getting my real estate license and branding myself as the solar realtor, one of the first people to do that. I then tried my hand at a small EPC dealer and tried real estate, and that's pretty hard. So I worked at Sunrun corporate for a few years, and I was a top performer at Sunrun, meeting the CEO and really building a referral-based business. Powur, Bobby, Charles came after me in 2019 and said, hey, we have a better way of doing this. And I've been with Powur for about 4 to 5 years now. It's been an amazing journey. The team, just my team alone, has done 6,000 to 7,000 installations on homes in 4 years, guys. I've personally done over 470 contracts just at Powur in the last 4 years. Every summer they give away a car and they give an impact journey to Mexico. And I've been fortunate enough to win a few cars as well in just the last few years, and many, many awards. So truly, whatever level you want to play at, you're at the right place. So if you're ready, let's kick this off. But first, we need to understand a little bit about why solar. Why is it so important? Why you should pay attention? If you want to know how to make money, always look at where the government's spending their money. You guys heard about that Inflation Reduction Act, Green New Deal. Billions of dollars will be spent on solar tax credits, on electric vehicles, on heat pumps, and all these other retrofits for the home to become more energy efficient. So clients can get up to 50% off their energy costs just by switching to solar with us. And often it's zero down financing that's available, or lease and TPO options as well. There's federal tax credits. It can increase the value of your home. And honestly, our environment needs it. I believe we had the hottest February on record of ever recording weather events. It's been multiple months in the last year of hottest records ever. And whether you believe in climate change or not, every home should have solar. Why not? It's a cleaner, renewable way. Batteries and solar and EVs are the future. The question is, do you want to get ahead of it for the next 6, 7, 10 years? Now, the opportunity is big, okay? This chart says there's 130 million homes connected in the United States to the grid. It's actually 140 million now because we keep building more homes. But only 90 million of those are eligible for solar. Not all homes are eligible. Now, guys and ladies, listen to this. Only 4 to 5% of homes in the entire United States that are eligible have gone solar. That means there's over 87 million homes that are eligible for solar. And fun fact, someone went solar every 44 seconds in 2022. And so the opportunity is just huge. I want to add one more thing. It's been said that by 2030, in 6 years, we could go from a 4 to 5% of homes to 15%. Literally 3 times the solar that's been done in the last 40 to 60 years. We'll 3 times that in the next 6 years. So that's the opportunity that's in front of us right now. And Powur really believes in this. It's to change things. Don't try to fight the existing reality. Build a new model that makes the old model obsolete. And you're going to see why our platform has done that. Why we're winning is very similar to why Amazon wins. They've built a decentralized platform, making it more efficient versus Kmart. Uber, giving power to the drivers, letting people earn income and take people around with a new model, new platform, new web-based app. Airbnb, same thing, giving homeowners the option to rent out their home and allowing them to earn income at the same time. Netflix, online streaming model. And as I said, I'm a real estate agent. I actually have my license at eXp Realty. You know, last year they paid out over like 220 million in revenue share alone and millions in stock options. They are the fastest growing worldwide brokerage in the real estate space. They disrupted the real estate space. And that's exactly why Powur is winning. We are doing this inside of the solar industry with a better community, better process, better partners, better equipment, all the way around, better for all parties. It's better for people that decide to be sellers. You can be $1,000 ambassador, referral partner, and it's free. That's great. But if you're listening to this, you probably want to be a seller. That means you're going to join Powur as a seller. It's great for our installation partners. A lot of them are going out of business, but because of our platform, they now have the tools and the financing, the equipment, the marketing, and the accounting to survive. It's better for homeowners getting a better deal. A quick important fun fact, Powur charges less than its nationwide competitors overall. I've seen the data on some of our lenders. We give a better price to our homeowners and we give better equipment. REC panels, Enphase, SolarEdge, batteries like Tesla, Franklin, Enphase batteries. We have the best equipment and the best partners. And we do it here with a few things. We do it with a transparent cost of goods, fully customized solution with our own in-house proposal tool, equipment financing or TPO lease, PPA. Our buying power is honestly 20 to 30% lower than a lot of installers can even get the equipment. And we pass that on to you and your homeowners. A 30-year warranty and a $1,000 referral program to help you generate more leads or work with referral partners and pay them handsomely with a great portal. So like I said, a lot of you come from other industries and you might be wondering, well, how good can I do on this Powur platform? Here's the interesting part. A lot of people's stories are different. 52% of our platform, our 5,000, 6,000 sellers, have no solar experience. 48% do have some prior solar experience. And so as you can see here, you know, Cynthia, over 100 installs, she did come from solar. Galji Chief Solar and Sales. William did not come from solar. He's a newbie. My twin brother Chris right here, who made over $500,000 last year alone, was new to solar and new to sales just 3 years ago. And so no matter what level you want to play at, we have an option for you. When you're starting tier 1, you can work with the best tier 3 closers, and it's just an awesome way to do it. So let's watch a few quick stories on how we've changed a few people's lives, new to solar or already in solar, and I'll be right back.
I just had my biggest winter in solar that I've had in 7 years. And coming from solar, having a big winter, that says a lot. My fiance quit his job last year and now we both work from home with Powur. We're able to spend so much more time with our 3 children and we're able to go on more vacations. I just bought myself a Tesla and we also just entered escrow for a new home. I really feel like I'm living the dream life.
In just a few months working for Powur, I've discovered the real meaning of freedom, especially time freedom. I get to work my own hours, get to go to the gym whenever I want, and I get to spend time with my friends and family without having to take time off. I'm literally my own boss. On top of it, I've made more than ever before in my sales career.
Cada individuo que entra en Powur es como si fuera el propio dueño de su compañía solar. Porque Powur está enfocado en que cada uno de ustedes puedan lograr sus metas y sus sueños, pero a la misma vez que ayudamos a la adopción de la energía renovable al planeta. Me enamoré de ese trabajo porque ese trabajo me daba la libertad que no tenía en otros trabajos anteriores.
Other companies that I worked for had a terrible culture. I used to spend hours on the road driving from appointment to appointment for leads that just weren't that good. I was exhausted, I was overworked, money was tight, and I had to sell so many deals just to make a decent income. And there was time where I didn't know how I was going to pay the groceries.
Working for a boss in a big company was all I knew. At Verizon, I used to work 60 to 70-hour weeks with zero compensation for overtime. I'd wake up, go to work, come home, sleep, and start all over again. I had to request days off, and I missed a lot of Christmas dinners with my family.
Nací en Puerto Rico, en el 2009 vine a los Estados Unidos por primera vez. Mi primer trabajo fue en un hotel haciendo housekeeping con el que limpia los cuartos. En Texas comencé a trabajar con Target y H-E-B. Después conocí Coca-Cola. Cuando me hablaron de la energía solar en el 2018, busqué en Google acerca de los paneles solares. Él me introduce con Edgardo González y Edgardo me dice el plan y la estrategia que tenía para hacer crecer esto, y yo dije, yo quiero ser parte de eso.
My friend Jonathan Brunasso, who I had worked with in several of my past solar companies, told me about Powur and how I can generate my own leads and offer customers so much more than the other companies. It just felt different, and the culture was completely different from anything that I had experienced. We just got back from Mexico, where Powur partnered with Prosperity Homes, and they took us on an all-expenses-paid trip. This is what I mean by the culture at Powur. No other company has ever done anything like that for me.
I won't lie, I was very skeptical in the beginning. Having spent my whole career as a W-2 employee, moving from guaranteed paychecks to 1099 was very, very scary for me. It was Jonathan, along with other great mentors, who convinced me that I should switch to essentially becoming an entrepreneur with Powur. When I started out in October 2021, I got help from a tier 3 sales partner to close my first few deals. Since then, I've closed 19 contracts in just a few months, and I've earned more than I ever have before.
I was blown away by how easy it is to enter a lead, and there's so much control that we have for customizing proposals for a homeowner. You can choose the type of equipment you want to offer them. You can choose the type of financing from so many options. And if you know they're getting a roof or an electrical panel, you can put that in right away. And there's so much control that we have to better serve homeowners.
You get the freedom of time and being your own boss, but you also become an expert in your field. The certification courses teach you everything you need to know, and if you ever have a question or need advice, you can dig into the knowledge base or even reach out to the thriving community of Powur sellers. I get to stick to what I do best, which is selling, and leaving the rest and brand messaging to Powur. It really is the best of both worlds.
Powur me dio la oportunidad de que sin dejar el trabajo que yo tenía, podía hacerlo part-time, y con el tiempo ese part-time podía darme esos ingresos que yo necesitaba para comprar mi casa, siempre y cuando yo cumpliera mis metas. Esa es la libertad que te ofrece Powur. Si tú tienes la oportunidad de alcanzar cada uno de tus sueños con algo que está ayudando a miles de personas a ahorrar dinero, ¿por qué decir que no?
I couldn't have imagined that I would be living the life I am now just 2 years into joining Powur, and I can't wait to see what we do next. My name is Cynthia Alvidrez, and I'm living a powered life.
My name is Jeff Hugh, and I'm living a powered life.
Mi nombre es William Contreras y este es mi Power Life.
All right. You know, that's just a few stories of the success that hundreds and thousands of sellers have had on the Powur platform. I'm proud to say, you know, Cynthia's made 7 figures just at Powur alone in a few short years. And Jeff is new to solar and sales, and he's already made hundreds of thousands, more than he ever made at his Verizon Wireless company, trying to request days off or working on Christmas Eve or all that stuff, right? So it really is a good opportunity, and Powur does it all for you. Like I said, the university, the branding, the marketing assets, the proposal tool, back office, training, certifications, and even healthcare options, ladies and gents, for your family. So let's quickly look at why I think we have the best tools and the best marketing and so much more. So the marketing center, we have designable, customizable assets. You can add your name, number, email. You can download them, print them. You can even send them direct mail to your farm area or around your clients or your installations. I make these for my ambassadors. We have social media posts that you can just post and schedule to be posted out. You get your own website when you join here. You get your own landing pages. You get an education website people can look at. If they enter their info, it comes into your inbox. You have your own ambassador portal here. People can sign up to be your $1,000 ambassador and see every step of their referral. The backend CRM here, Powur.com, you can enter leads. You can pick the house on the map. And if you'd like, you can work with a closer and earn 50% of the commission. You can literally pick the best closer consultant in that utility, city, state, English, Spanish, virtual, in person. Look at the reviews, look at their cancel rate. Nobody has this. And so if you're learning, if you're new here, you get to work with the best. The best, also the best design tool, it's called Powur Vision. It's totally in-house, something that we get to update live, and we get to control how it looks, pick the panels, drag and drop seamlessly in real time. You don't have to wait for a designer to get back to you. Very easy for the homeowner to see how much their utility bill is going to be, the annual increase, what they're spending now, what they will with solar, and how much they're going to save over 25 years. We can do ground mount, metal roofs. We can do roofing, batteries, EV chargers, steep roofs. Honestly, we do more homes than the other 4 companies I used to work at that disqualify a lot of homes to go solar. So we have the electrical panels, the stucco paint patch. We have all the tools that you would want to help your clients. And we show you every cost detailed down to the pennies and the cents. It's what we call as a cost of goods model. I don't know of anyone else that has a cost of goods model. Usually they're baseline red line programs that are kind of bogus. So we have lots of financing, cash. We have loans, Goodleap, Mosaic, SunGauge, that you get to choose from. And we're adding more lending options, including TPO with Sunnova and Everbright. You can sell pretty much virtually across the entire country, and we tell you and teach you how to sell virtually. Most of us do it on Zoom in pajamas from the comfort of our own home. And you can see the dashboard with reporting, income, everything at your fingertips to manage your tickets, your projects, your team, and reporting, and a lot more to send emails and follow-up dates, all within the CRM. You don't have to worry about doing this. Our earnings ledger, we show you all the 5 income streams. That's right, there's 5 ways to make money here. We pay out daily, and it's all in your ledger. So you get to see the training as well. Powur University, and then we're going to show you knowledge base. Powur University, we have tier 1, tier 2, and rolling out a brand new tier 3 certification. So you get to learn about all the different variables of roofing, sales, and a lot more. Knowledge base here has most of the questions at your fingertips that you can get answers on live. You can see state-specific, city-specific utilities, incentives, maybe the offsets in that area, what areas we cover. It's all there. And we have live trainings daily, multiple trainings daily. And we do it from our 360 virtual Zoom stage, like you could see here with Dean, our CTO. And we do in-person trainings as well. If you own a company, a business, a solar team, or brokerage, you may want to inquire about Powur Enterprise. If you're an installer or a roofer, you own your own company, Powur Enterprise is really robust and it has white label capabilities. You can design your own compensation plan. You can have your own seated sellers in your organization. You can have an assistant or a manager role. It really gives you more control over your own company if you choose to join us and build your team that way. So that's some of the features. Now, I really haven't seen another solar company that has everything we just saw, ladies and gentlemen, truly. That's our secret sauce, the platform, the back end, the training, the in-person, the virtual, all of it done for you. But let's get to the 5 income streams here. So we have 5 income streams. Powur operates on a 70-30 cost of goods, not a red line, not a baseline, a transparent cost of goods model. So the first way is you earn 70% of the margin. The job is 20 grand cost. You sell it for 30 grand, 10 grand margin. You make a $7,000 commission. That's the average commission at Powur. And that gets paid out daily to your digital e-wallet. When Powur gets the money, they pay you daily. The second way to make money here is partnered sales. It's where you're tagging a tier 3 mentor on your lead, on your referral, and you're earning 50% of the commission. Now, if you're a realtor, roofer, lender, insurance out there, maybe you don't want to learn solar. You just want to pass it off to the best consultants across the country and earn 50%. Great. You don't have to do anything else. Just get the utility bill, get the info, give a warm intro, handoff, boom, 50% commission. Now, if you want to learn while you earn, that's great too. We have all the tools, certifications as well, and you're getting half the commission. Now, for you solar pros out there, you want to become a tier 3 mentor. You want to get leads. You want to help other people. This is the best lead gen in the entire industry, is mentoring others and getting half the commission. Revenue share, if you choose to build a team, you don't have to. You can grow a team. If you bring on a realtor, bring on a solar pro, and they have an installation, you're getting $500 to $600 without getting out of bed the Friday after they got their commission, because revenue share is paid out weekly. We have people making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars passively just from revenue share. And that, again, comes from half of Powur's 30%. It does not come from your commission. Powur gives half of the 30% to the revenue share, 6 levels of leadership. So we all have a vested interest in your success. Finance rebates, if you do certain lenders and finance rebates, there is additional spiffs or bonuses that gets paid out monthly. No other company is doing that, and no other company I've seen can really beat our dealer fees or our loan options as well. And lastly, stock options. Powur wants to go IPO. We're thinking big. You know, we are a truly sustainable company in a sustainable industry when, let's be honest, half of the bad actors and solar companies out there have gone bankrupt because they're not sustainable. They're not acting with ethics. They're not acting with integrity. They're not following permits and codes and regulation. And Powur truly operates from that frame of reference. So we want to go public. We want to go IPO. You're going to get stock options at certain milestones, and we're all going to be rewarded because we are all owners of this amazing platform. So as I mentioned, tier 1, you join Powur. If you have 12 months of solar experience, you just have to do 1 deal with a tier 3 mentor, 50-50. If you're new to solar, we require you to do 3 deals minimum, 50-50. This is what we call tier 1. Take your tier 1 certification when you join Powur. It's about 3 to 4 hours training, and take our live onboarding monthly as well, Powur calendar. Tier 2, you're now allowed to sell on your own. You've taken your tier 2 certification. You closed your 1 deal or your 3 deals, or maybe your Powur Enterprise. You've taken your tier 2 certification. Now you're allowed to sell deals on your own. Only 1 or 2 states require a license. So if you're in California or Nevada or 1 or 2 other states, there may be a license. But for the most part, you can sell on your own in over 21 states that Powur has. Now, tier 3 is where you've done the work. You've sold 5 deals on your own, 100%. You've taken the brand new tier 3 certification course, or maybe you tested out in an interview. You're now allowed to be a tier 3. People are allowed to tag you, and you get to earn 50% for helping them close their deal. So again, you can play at whatever level you're ready to play at when you're ready. And we have people, guys, that just build a team and earn 7 figures. We have people that just mentor and have earned 7 figures. And we have people that just sell personal deals on their own and have made 7 figures. So you can do whatever you want when you're ready. The training, as I said, in my 10-year career is the best I've seen. Virtual, in-person, university, and knowledge base. Everyone knows that Powur has the best training in the entire industry. And here's our track record, right? In 2019, we were a little bit of revenue, but in 2020, we went to $96 million. And in 2021, 187 and 300 and 365 million. We have been Inc. 5,000 over 4 years in a row. We have thousands and thousands of sellers, hundreds of employees, tens of thousands of installations, and we have good reviews on Yelp and Better Business Bureau. We've done this faster than any other nationwide solar company that I'm aware of because of everything you're seeing today. So we've talked about why solar, the products that we have, the 5 income streams. You know, our income is like $1.60 to $2.10 red line somewhere else, but we give you cost of goods with revenue share and 5 income streams. We've talked about a little bit about why Powur and the technology and the platform, but let's hear from our amazing CEO, Jonathan Budd, about the team and culture and community and really what we're doing here on this planet with this solar company. And I'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Budd. I'm the CEO and founder of Powur. And if you made it this far, you've probably heard incredible reasons to join our company already. But you know, I want to take a minute to share with you where this company really came from. 12 years ago, 2010, I was making lots of money. I had a successful digital publishing company, but something was missing. And I really wanted the work that I actually do every day to be making a difference, to be helping to solve some of the challenges going on our planet. And I got a call one day from my friend Jim Bunch, and he said, "Hey man, I'm going on this trip with this organization, the Pachamama Alliance, and I think you should come. Can you come to the Amazon rainforest?" For some strange reason, I said yes. So I went down to the Amazon rainforest with the Pachamama Alliance, spending time with this culture that has no concept of trash, that has lived for thousands of years in that forest. And down there, in the middle of a ceremony with one of the elder shamans of this tribe, the vision for Powur came to me. What I knew in that moment was that I was meant to come back and start an organization, the first of its kind, that was going to figure out how to enable anyone to earn their livelihood and participate in the clean energy or solar revolution. And it took me almost 10 years to really figure out what it was, following the clues and the signs that has ultimately led to where we are today, which is this absolutely disruptive platform for the solar energy industry. Powur is truly here to make the biggest difference we possibly can, aiding our world in becoming sustainable, getting as much carbon out of the atmosphere as possible, and delivering the next generation of infrastructure that society is going to be built on. Now, on top of that, our purpose is to reward financially the people who make that happen more than they ever have been in their lives before. We have this fundamental belief that if you get paid really well to do good, then you're going to do more good. The vision for Powur is to build the largest clean energy platform on planet Earth. And I think the potential for Powur is to truly be a global distributed energy utility that is delivering essential services that we all need for survival at breakthrough costs. This is not just solar power. This is solar power plus storage so that we can become our own utility and we're truly grid independent. This is transportation, whether that's electric vehicles or other forms of transportation that are coming. This is, of course, our appliances and the electrification of the home. This is how we grow food, how we source water. All of these are going to be challenges in the future, and technologies are enabling a new type of way to meet these needs. So this is an incredibly exciting time. And the platform is just in its infancy. And we're now getting to the point where we're able to add so many different types of installers, whether it's HVAC contractors, roofers, solar installers, all of the infrastructure that we need to live in a sustainable world, save money, and lower our carbon footprint. This platform is going to be able to sell and fulfill. I truly think this represents a multi-trillion-dollar industry, and there is no other company, not one, that is close to where we are today in giving you the opportunity to participate. Powur is owned truly by the people. We have now done 2 record-breaking crowdfunding rounds in which we let every single person in our ecosystem become equity owners of the company. In addition, we offer stock options to every single person who joins the company if they hit certain performance criteria. And we want it that way because truly our purpose here is to shift as much wealth to the people who are building the clean energy economy as we possibly can. This is truly the time to leave your mark. This is the time to go big, to make your dreams come true, to build that career, that lifestyle, that best life that you've envisioned for yourself, making a difference, doing it with people you love, and creating the financial prosperity that you know is possible for you. So, it's been my honor to meet you and share with you a little about the vision, origin, and purpose of Powur. Now it's your turn to join this amazing company, and let's go out there and accelerate the adoption of sustainable energy together.
All right. You got to love Jonathan Budd, our CEO. He's one of the youngest, smartest, most grounded, mature, ethical human beings I've been fortunate to spend time with and develop a deeper relationship with. And he's only 40 years old, family man. And we have so many great examples and leaders to look up to at Powur here. You know, one of the things that I love is last year there was a realtor that made $95,000, not even selling solar, just referring it. There's many, many consultants that made 100, 200, 300, 400, 500,000 last year. And I even know of a few individuals that made 7 figures last year alone, all with the Powur platform. But we do it with the best community and mission, and change energizes us, right? There's been roller coasters in the solar industry. And this picture behind me, we just got back from our 3rd impact journey, our 3rd Mexico home build here, building a home with solar panels on top of it. And they rewarded people with the top 20 sellers, got to go on this trip, work hard, play hard, and then stay in the resorts. And 2 of the interview guests tonight, you're going to hear 2 professionals with a resume to toot. We're on that Mexico home build. And so the community, the people, the diversity is truly the best team I've seen in the solar industry. So a few more things here before we go over to our interview guest tonight. Powur is a public benefit corporation and B certified. Like you heard our CEO say, we donate to the Pachamama Alliance. We donate to the rainforest. We plant trees with offset data. We build homes here in Mexico, 3 of them, and put solar for a family sleeping on a dirt floor mattress with rain coming into their house. So that's really what we stand for. And our reviews and our customers will attest that we stand right by them and do right by them as well. So, like I mentioned, you know, we could see 3 times the solar put on in the next 6 years that's been put on in the last 40, 50 years. There's over 87 million homes eligible. You can design the life and the income you want to do. If you put your head down for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, change your life and your family and your income forever. The next 6 years, 8 years for the solar industry, solar, roofing, batteries, EVs, is gonna explode, and it's gonna 3 times 5x. So just think, write it down. What impact do you want to be? Who do you want to play hard with and do this life with while earning income, helping homeowners, and helping the planet? That's what we call the solar trifecta. So we're going to give you all the tools, all the websites, all the training. And honestly, it's just $85 a month. That's it. It seriously should be $5,000, $10,000. It's $85 a month. There's a one-time onboarding fee of $99. And then we also have Powur Pro for additional options, platform enhancements, customization. And then we have Powur Enterprise. If you own a company, dealer, broker, roofer, install, solar team, that could possibly be for you as well. Now, there is a promotion that we're going to hear about. It's only for 2 to 3 more weeks. I'll go ahead and mention it before I hand it back to Bobby Smith. But one-time onboarding fee $99 is waived just for the next 2 to 3 weeks. The $99 sign up. So if you're watching this March 2024, you got 2-3 more weeks to go. The $99 fee is waived. So you literally can get this business in a box for $85 a month. So whoever sent you this video, whoever invited you here tonight, really important, get back to them, call them, get your questions answered, get some live demos. Better yet, just join and get that promotion going because you have a limited time to take advantage of that promotion. So with that, I'm excited for these 2 amazing gentlemen that I got to spend time with in Mexico who have really, really amazing resumes. And for now, back to you, Bobby Smith. Let's keep it going.
Thank you. Can we give it up to Mr. Brunasso in the chat bar? Brilliant as always, one of the true thought leaders of the solar industry. And again, folks, to give you balance, remember, I don't come from solar. I come from medical education. I've been in direct sales. I spent 10 years again in nonprofit cancer work prior to this. So, you know, everybody comes from a different space, right? I want to read you something real quick as we spotlight. Can we get the spotlight on Michael, I guess, and Michael, if we can? There was a recent survey done. I found this very cool. At the beginning of 2023, nearly 50% of Americans have a side hustle. I know that's a term that Mr. Brunasso uses sometimes. 50%. Even if they're making $100,000 a year. And why has it become so fashionable? Well, because people want to lead a different life. But most of the reason why people have a side gig in the world we live in today is to make ends meet. Even with the money they're making today, they just need more because, again, everything costs 20 to 30% more today than it did before. So it's a new world. And we have 2 very special guests on here tonight that I just had a chance to spend some great time with in Mexico. So let's visit you guys for a second. So Mr. Spreng, because we got 2 Michaels here today, maybe you could share with everybody, just take a moment and share a little bit about your background.
All right. So I originally got into outside sales with Xerox, and that was okay. You know, it paid okay. But it just lacked a lot of meaning to me and a lot of money. So after I was with Xerox, I got a job in the solar industry. I've been in the solar industry for about 13 years. I've worked for one of the largest solar companies in America prior to Powur, and I'm blown away by Powur. I mean, that they kind of saved me from changing industries, really. So
let's talk about that for a second. So what did you see, Michael, for the folks listening in tonight? And again, we'll keep bouncing back and forth quickly, guys. What's the biggest difference in your mind between us and the traditional solar company.
Right. Yeah. The traditional / sort of conventional solar companies. I mean, you're a cog you're a cog, you're a cog in a wheelhouse that doesn't often get oiled. It's extremely stressful. You can make some decent money, but is it worth it? I mean, they're very impersonal. Just a quick story. This was only maybe a year and a half ago or so. But one of the guys died on our team, right? And who knows? We don't know exactly how. He had a heart attack. Who knows? I don't know how much of that, honestly, that business model they had contributed to that. But on the chat, we were trying to, comfort one another. And the manager comes out and says, "Hey, this isn't inappropriate." We're like, "What?" And so, this is the kind of attitude that they have. It's like a dog-eat-dog grinding kind of machine. So I was very delighted, so to speak, to become a part of Powur, where the team is friendly and excited about working with one another and not just for the money. I mean, hey, it is the best money, and that's good.
Yeah,
it's a great thing. Yeah,
I get it. I love it. And so let's go to our other Michael Craner. Michael, again, great spending time with you in Mexico. If you could take a quick moment and just share with everybody again what your background was prior to Powur.
Hey, Mike, and hey, Bobby. Great seeing both of you guys again. We had a great time, great memories in Mexico, and building the home, seeing the immigrant camp and the kids and everything. So my background is a little bit different. I didn't come from sales. I've been a journeyman engineer for 40 years. I'm sort of semi-retired from that, but I've got a master's in electrical engineering. Didn't really ever do any sales. It was a lot of software and computing. I'm a patent agent, but what happened with me is I'm always tracking technology as a patent agent. I worked for some big organizations, and I watched this little company, Tesla. And, I've always kind of been leaning towards the environmental side of things. And so I did a lot of volunteer work in renewable energy, sort of advocating, promoting renewable energy, electric vehicles, that kind of thing. And then but I've been, engineering consulting and just kind of working on my own. So I needed that sort of flexibility. I decided at some point I'd like to try my hand at getting more involved. I see a lot of my patent work going to renewables and so forth, more involved in actually, enabling people to get solar. And I hooked up with a company called Vivint. Okay. And they were kind of doing some interesting stuff in the solar industry, but then they got gobbled up by Sunrun. And Sunrun's the big 700-pound gorilla in the solar industry. But what I found is I was doing an install right in Pennsylvania where I live. I do a lot of work in Jersey, and that's where I did a lot of work with Vivint and Sunrun. But there was a lot of inflexibility. I was constantly running into, well, why don't we offer like the best panels that are available out there? Why don't we offer microinverters? Why is our cost so much higher than what I'm seeing? Some of these other companies come in, and it just turned out that I was installing my neighbor's house next door to me over here with Sunrun, and Sunrun pulled out of Pennsylvania. And then they also could not deliver the black on black panels, because that was constant, like the equipment swapping and stuff like that. So I had my frustrations. I tried to voice those, get those mandatory staff meetings running over to Jersey.
We lost you, broke up there for a second, Michael. Sorry, we'll come back to you. So Mr. Spreng, we lost Michael. So Michael, you were just with us on the impact journey in Mexico. Maybe you could share with everybody, because that really is at the heart of Powur. Sorry, we lost you, Michael. We'll come back to you. Mr. Spreng, so what did that mean to you? How did that impact you?
Oh, well, yeah, it meant a lot to me. First of all, it kind of supports how Powur is a public benefit corporation, and that, their economical system is set up as such, but they also are doers, right? Powur actually goes out and helps people. And we got a chance to go do that. We got the chance to not only just help people, but we got to have, they helped me. I mean, these are humble people, you know, I mean, and they're living lives that we are not accustomed to. And it's just a really good experience for me, anyhow, it was. So yeah, we got to help build the house and then visit the orphanage and just see how they live out there. And really, you know, we should be more thankful for not just like what we have, but you know, the supermarkets. When we go to our supermarkets like Costco, we're buying at very cheap prices what these guys are laboring for. So yeah, just an overall great experience for my personal worldview, for humility and for inspiration about Powur.
Awesome. We appreciate it. And Michael, real quick, again, we're getting near the top of the hour. Michael Craner. So what did you see the big difference here for our guests here tonight between Powur and, again, the traditional solar company that you experienced?
Well, I completely, can you guys hear me okay?
We can now.
Okay. Yeah, I completely control my own hours. You know, I have access to better equipment, better pricing. I have complete transparency, access to what the real costs are. I also like working for Powur because of the kind of things for as long as I knew about this trip coming up, I was constantly telling my clients that, look, this is the difference. This is the Powur difference, right? I've worked for these other big corporations. I've hit top sales. They send me on a luxury cruise, right? Yeah. I hit top sales last summer with Powur. They're sending me down to build a home for an impoverished family in Mexico. And you know what? I like that a lot better. That's really soulful. The company walks the talk. And I really love that
time with you there. So in closing, guys, again, Michael Spreng first, what would you say to our guests that are listening in tonight, whether they're from solar or not? Let's remember that a lot of our guests are not from the solar industry, right? What would you say to them about the you know, what would you be the most impactful thing for them to look at to make a decision to join our company?
Oh, well, in comparing, it's all of the things that we talked about, of course, but it has to do with who we are. You know, not just product, not just financing, but it's about who we are and who you want to become. Because if you just want to be a cog in the wheel, make some money, hey, that's fine. But if you want to be somebody and actually live and experience a life and you know, be not just an entrepreneur, but live a lifestyle of solar, this is a place for you.
I love it, man. And Michael Craner, what would you say also to the guests here that are making a decision tonight? What do you think is the most impactful thing? Is remember, and let's be clear, a lot of people out there, it's in their minds, right? I've never sold anything. I'm not a salesperson. I'm very busy. You know, everybody's busy. Maybe they are a solar pro and they believe in the old school broken model of a red line, you know, but for the average person out there, when we appeal to our guests, what is it in their mind that's going to get them to take that step and move forward and be a part of the future of renewable energy? So in your mind, Michael Craner, what would you say to the guests out there that are trying to make a decision tonight?
Well, I sum it up for my clients. Look, superior equipment, access to the best equipment at the best prices. People are actually, like Tesla and Enphase and SolarEdge, are actually competing against each other on the Powur platform for our business. So the best equipment at the best prices, hands down, best warranties. I just used to cringe that I was selling a 10-year warranty and then throw the system over the wall. When I sold a Sunrun system, somebody's going to own this for, you know, basically a 40-year life expectancy with a 10-year warranty. And that just wasn't comfortable for people. But Powur flips the model around with a 30-year zero out-of-pocket warranty. And you're really part of a family that really cares about the whole movement to renewable energy. You know, why we're sending our kids off to war to fight for oil when we don't need to, you know, just really trying to solve that problem right there.
I love it, man. Well, to both of you, we can't thank you enough for the contributions that you make to the platform, how you uplift the people. And Michael, the fight you're fighting in Arizona, and Michael, all the great work you're doing in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. You know, you inspire a lot of people. You inspire me. And really, your contributions to the platform are extraordinary. And we're really thankful that you're a part of what we're doing. So I know you reached some people here tonight, and again, thanks for everything you do, and we appreciate you being on here tonight. Mr. Brunasso, are you still out there?
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Jonathan could be multitasking right now. But I think, John, let me know if you come back. I think Jonathan made a great point. It's kind of like a family, and that could sound corny, but, Jonathan's brothers, we had dinner twice in the last month, when he was visiting here in Maryland. We have a CEO where a lot of people are on a text relationship with them. We're all kind of good friends, and that's pretty cool. When you look at the differences between, what Jonathan talked about and us. Jonathan, you were so influential, and I know it's just a big part, and it's kind of the theme tonight, on the Mexico trip. I mean, maybe you could just share with everybody some closing thoughts on how important it is to you. You make more money than most people dream of. You live a life that most people dream of, and you get to do it with family and traveling around the world with your parents. I know how important it was for you to spend. I know you're heading off, I think, to Europe again. I'm not happy about that with your brother and your family again. I have mad respect for that. And you know that. Maybe you can share your closing thoughts on what a big piece of the puzzle that is for you, and why it was so important for you to make the connection with Powur.
Wow. I was hiking yesterday in Mount Baldy here in LA County, San Bernardino County, and I told my friend, I'm like, the level of fulfillment you can experience helping others it's almost like a duty, right? For many people out there, achieving income, achieving goods, achieving some materials, and having a family, you're already doing better than 90% of the world, right? And if that's where you're at, great. But if you want to be able to help other people, give back in philanthropy, like the Mexico home build, or help other leaders in the solar industry, or help other people quit their job or create their own lifestyle they want, or earn hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's almost like it's a human duty to be able to have that opportunity and then maximize the crap out of what's in front of you and the life that you have, right? So the level of fulfillment that can bring you, ladies and gentlemen, when you're helping others in need, or helping the planet, or helping some leaders, or helping those other people, it's because of you, Bobby. You convinced me to join Powur 5 years ago. I went all in. And guys, I hope that resonates a bit, but I couldn't have dreamt of more fulfillment, both in philanthropy and helping others while inside of the solar space. And I feel like it's a little bit of a duty. If you do get that opportunity, and it's just beyond rewarding to be able to bring, the Prosperity Homes, thanks to Rick Joseph and this group of people here. When I won the car in 2020, I said, I'm bringing my team down to Powur. And we did. And then we brought it to Powur. And then Powur has done 3 builds. And it's all about the ripples, right? As entrepreneurs, we have an ability to change and shape the world with ethics, integrity, philanthropy, and it'll go throughout our communities, and our sales and our homeowners will feel it. And that's the freaking difference that we have here. And I discovered all that on my hike yesterday, Bobby.
That's a hell of a hike. For me, folks, we all look at this from our own perspective, having done a lot of work in nonprofit. What drives me every day is really summed up in a recent survey of 10,000 children around the world, and 50% of them were surveyed to be experiencing climate-related anxiety. I recently toured the fires in Hawaii and Lahaina and saw the devastation there, and actually had the pleasure of interviewing a woman who the only way she was able to give breast milk to her newborn child was because she had a backup on a solar system. Otherwise, she would have lost that once in a lifetime opportunity to be able to do that, even if she could have gotten store-bought milk when there really wasn't any supplies. But our people, now our partners there, were on the ground giving out those supplies. So, whatever reason you're here tonight, folks, again, we are a mission-driven company. It's a big part of what we do. But at the end of the day, I'm a business guy too. And renewable energy, according to Warren Buffett, according to Chris Sack, according to brightest minds of the world, this is the greatest shift of wealth in the history of mankind and womankind. It has never happened before. It will never happen again. And if you have an ounce of entrepreneurial blood flowing through your veins, You can't draw it up any better than this. This is a 9-year-old company. Again, $1 billion in revenue. Inc. magazine, there's only maybe 1% of the companies in the history of the United States of America who've ever been featured on Inc. magazine's 5,500, 4 years in a row. Very few companies have ever done it. And you can name a bunch of big companies that you know of, and they haven't done what we've done. And yet we haven't started yet. No one knows who we are. And for all intents and purposes, the solar industry hasn't started yet. And it's not just the solar industry anymore. We're not a solar company. We're a renewable energy platform. The demand for batteries is higher than ever before. Hawaii's 98% because of the storms. And Puerto Rico is almost 100% battery market. Even in Texas now with ice storms in Houston a few years ago, batteries and smart panels. And now it's the charging station for the electric vehicle. I'd like to start selling electric cars on our platform as soon as we possibly can. That's what this is going to be. One-stop shopping for renewable energy. And how could you not want to be in front of that? You know, and at this moment in time, you can join our company at no cost to you whatsoever, except for the monthly fee, because everything we do for you as a platform costs money. And lastly, there's a promotion running through the end of the month, and into the beginning of April, where if you want to start a business and if you do want to build a team, and you want to plan a Zoom with the person that invited you on here, I'll be on that Zoom with you. We'll stand side by side with you from our executive team. And the other end of that promotion is the person who has the most success having these private launches on Zoom. And with me, we'll get a private launch with our CEO, to Jonathan Brunasso's point, one of the brightest young minds in the world, very Elon Musk-like. In fact, I think he's a little ahead of Elon when it comes to residential solar, but that's my personal opinion. And he's cooler. He's certainly cooler than Elon is. But we're really blessed that you have a chance to be here tonight. We're thankful to our special guests, both Michaels, Mr. Brunasso, much love to his brother as well. I think he's here tonight, Chris. All the leadership that's here tonight, but most important, our guests. Please, we urge you to get back on the phone with the person that brought you here tonight and make a decision. Like, what do they say? More is lost by indecision than by the wrong decision. You can't make a wrong decision to get on the right side of renewable energy to provide people savings on their home, raise the value of your home, take advantage of the tax incentives, and quite frankly, fight the dirty energy companies that are just pillaging the consumers in a time of need. We've seen rates going up as much as 20, 30, 40, 50% in markets in the last year alone. Massachusetts up in the Northeast, rates gone through the roof. So we urge you to just make a decision. Hopefully you'll be a part of what we're doing. So thanks to everyone who was here. We appreciate your time. We value your time. And we urge you to take a stand to be a part of the future of renewable energy and do it in the only sensible manner in a platform economy. Much love. Good night. Mahalo.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Peace.
Peace, of course.